It's Jay. Can everybody see me? All right, can everybody hear me? For some reason, I can't see you guys on the screen. I have to look over to my secondary screen over here. But so if you shake your head, yes, I can't for some reason see that right now. So just type in chat if you can see and hear me. All right. All right, Amy. But all right, it's Jay. How's everybody doing on Monday? It's been a short weekend. It seems like our weekends are never long enough for what we need to do, and we need a day to recuperate from the weekend. So anyway, glad everybody's here today. Right now, we're just going to go over future one tense negation. We're just going over the rules quickly. Like I said, review. It helps us to remember and it helps us to retain what we've already learned. So this is week 5. Next week is the last week of module 3. And what we've learned in module 3 is future one tense negation. Future one tense negation shows that someone is not going to do something. There is no L grading in future one tense negation. Future one tense negation rules. You drop your ETB. You add your tense marker ahan, which means going to. Add your person marker for I, it's, you, and nothing for she, he, they, or it. Add your negation ko or iko. Add your subject marker t. Add your auxiliary verb os. All right. So this is like I said, this is all what module 3 is all about, is the future one tense negation. And I know that I have, let's see, I can't see it. I have, I'll share the video again for those of you who weren't able to see it, but I had put what I said, you know, what I always say about Muskogee language, I had put that into a video and you can see it. So I was talking to one of the first speakers and we were talking about Muskogee. And to me, visual Muskogee reminds me of chocolate, somebody pouring chocolate. So I will show that video in a few minutes, but that's just my own interpretation of Muskogee. And it's so rich and creamy. When you hear all of the Muskogee speakers and you listen to the rhythm and there's certain like intonations, a certain little like just hear personality in people's voices and in the words that people speak. So I just thought I would share it as a visual for you guys. But like I said, we're going to get to that in a minute. I did test this out, so hopefully you guys are seeing and hearing what I'm sharing with you guys. Yeah, okay. And for some reason in Google Drive, when I use Google, things don't always work. So today we're using Microsoft, what was it, Edge. So hopefully the sound, you can hear the sound and I can hear the sound. So if I start, when I start this, just put in chat whether you can hear it. Like I said, I did test it out a few minutes ago and I could hear it, but I will let you know if I can't hear it. And if I can't hear it, just write in chat, you know, when it's done, because I want you guys to hear it and to sing along with it. Because this is our hymn that we like to sing, that this is for module 3. And I always think of it as encouragement. I know I've had people say that it's a funeral hymn, but I don't think that. I think it's just like, to me, you know, others have gone on, others have done things. We don't know, this may be the last time. To me, that gets me ready to, come on, we need to do it now. We need to do whatever. To me, it's a non-procrastination song. You know, because we don't know when we're going to see somebody else and you know, give them the gift, whatever you get, birthday gift or Christmas gift. And I always give my stuff whenever I buy it, because they never know if I'm going to be here or if we're going to get together and be together. You know, I have some friends that are all over the United States and world because we were military. So we don't even know when we're going to get together. And so this is not, to me, a funeral. Only a funeral song, but it's more of a, to me, it's an encouragement, like you see at the top, non-procrastination song, and just kind of get you going, because you don't know when you're going to see somebody or even come across them again. So just do it now, because none of us are getting any younger. All right. All right. Woo, I get to hear it today, so that's exciting. All right. Let's see. All right. How did everybody like our hymn for the morning? Get your mouth going, get everybody excited about the language. Like I said, I always listen to things and I always think about things like chocolate. I don't know, I'm a foodie. I like food. I watch all the cooking networks and I just love seeing creativity in food. So I don't know, like I said, I'm a foodie. I can sit there and I can watch them do all the food and so I liken our language to food as a robust meal. If you know, if you think about things like that, robust meal, no canned soup. I'm looking for my chocolate video here because I did create that and I gave it to the speaker who was speaking it and she really liked it. She liked my interpretation of our language as a visual in chocolate. So she really, she downloaded it, she kept it. But here it is. Let me see, make sure I can make sure I'm sharing things. Okay.
Muskogee, Obonaga, Bohayat, here in the Muskogee language.
So that's my visual of our Muskogee language because it is so rich and so enticing, I guess. I don't know. I just love to hear it, but that's, like I said, my visual of the language. And, you know, you could say I'm a foodie because I always think of stuff in terms of food or color or movement or excitement. I try to, you hear people talk about how they are not feeling so energetic and happy. And I always have to pump myself up and sometimes start singing in our or doing things in our language and trying to remember our language gets me excited because I'm learning something that I didn't know before that our ancestors have spoken. So it gets me excited just to speak the language. And I just try to think about how old our language is. They say probably thousands, if not millions of years old. Scientists don't even know how old the earth is. So if they don't even know how old the earth is, then how can you say how old the civilizations are or our cultures are? So I try to think of everything in the positive. So here's our classroom terms. And these are things that I'm trying to do as well. So today I can say, it is good to see you. So you can see it's on here, how to spell it. And it's kind of towards the bottom. I didn't number everything, so you know you can see it. It's good to see you. So it is good to see you. I'm trying to remember to say these things, and if I don't say them, then you know you got to do your mind and your mouth connections. So that helps me as well. And then so when I'm thinking about things, Mvhayv, listen, Mvhayv, he just look. So these are little things that I'm trying to do. So if you guys have any questions, try to ask in Muskogee. Hadam Magas, say it again. or feconas. Maybe you're writing notes. I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to hear it and retain it as well. So that would help me, or kithux. I don't know. But let's go ahead and go down to classroom terms. You guys speak it after I speak it, so you can, get your mouth to practice this. So the classroom terms one, kithux. I don't know.
Kithux.
Legibus.
Legibus.
Have a seat. Pedamagus.
Adamagus.
Say it again. Amanagus.
Amanagus.
Help. Mablehages.
Mablehages.
Listen. Hegis.
Aegis.
Look. Feconas.
Feconis.
Stop. Mahaya.
Mahaya.
Teacher. Chehijayat. Hivitos. It is good to see you.
Chihijiat hitidos.
Hivitos. All right. Ian Oleges.
Ian Oleges.
Put it here. Chogahija.
Chokahija.
Student. Okay, this one's always gets me, and I know I've been practicing. Ankithitska. Ankithitska. Do you understand me?
Ankithitska.
All right, no. So I will play it so you guys can hear the speaker speaking it, and then you can practice after them as well. I will let me know if you don't hear it. Like I said, I practiced this and I had this. It was going earlier.
Kithux. Legibus. Adamagus. Amanagus. Mablehages. Hegis. Feconas. Mahaya. Chihijaya. Hithitos. Ian Oleges. Chogahija. Angithitska.
All right, so you can see how the speaker speaks it. Like I said, I've been practicing too. So I know I'm getting better. So if I'm practicing and getting better, you guys are getting better and practicing. All right. So like I said, we'll just keep that aside. I have mine here, in case anybody unmutes and says anything, or even if you put it in chat. Sometimes you go over things, but if you don't interact with the words that you're learning, just hearing it and responding to it, that's a different sense in itself. So, I'm trying to do these things. I'm trying to figure, try to practice it wherever I can. Like I said, at Walmart, sometimes I'll just say, I'll say, Mado, thank you. And they're like, oh, you're welcome. It's just, it helps me to say it, and then I'll translate it. And I know a few other Mvhayvs do that. So that's really cool. Is they say it in Muskogee, and then they translate, because I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, you just answered me in Muskogee, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out the words, because I only have a certain amount of vocabulary. It's growing all the time, but I'm still limited on vocabulary. So I'm like listening, and then they say it in English, so that helps me as well. All right. So now that we got our future tense negations, let's go ahead and just go over, let's see. So what I did is I took a word from module 1. These are our infinitive verbs from module 1. So I just did this to show you guys, and to actually include some of our other infinitive verbs. So nizida, to buy. Right here, to buy, you drop your ETV, you get your verb stem, you add your tense marker going to, right here's ahan. Add your person marker, because this is first person that we are doing. Ahan, add your person marker, which is I. Add and just drop everything down, nizahani, and then either iko or ko. So right here, I didn't put the notes, but I will add that later. We're gonna add go, because we don't add two vowels together, and right here it ends in So nizihana, go. You don't add the E because you don't add two vowels together. If it has a vowel, you don't add a vowel. If it does not have a vowel, you add your vowel. That's how we know where go or eco is added. Nizahane, a go. You add your T, the subject marker, nizahane go. And then you go down, you nizahana go, so you add your auxiliary verb, am, are, is. So you went from nizida to by, right here. You conjugated everything. Nizahane go os. Nizahane go os. Verb stem, going to ahan, person marker up, right here. Go or equal, again, because there is a vowel, we just add go. And I put that in parentheses just so you know that, you make a decision there. But if it's in parentheses and you don't use it, then, at the very bottom right here, you can see that I did not use equal. So this is the final look of our conjugated verb. Nezehan a got os. Nezehan a got os. I am not going to buy. All right. So this is one of the templates that I made to help you guys understand. You can just get any infinitive verbs. Like I said, this is from module 1. So we can still include everything in module 1. If you don't or wasn't with us in module 1, it's in the Google Drive, so you can go ahead and refresh yourself or find out what we've covered also. And if you have any questions from module 1 or 2, just let me know. You can email me, you can unmute, you can ask. But we're trying to take the language step by step by step. So we're trying to, just build on top of it, everything that we've already learned. So that was Nizida, and that was first person. Like I said, I keep showing you guys these things, and I keep conjugating different ones so you can see what I'm talking about, how it just fits with the template. Nizida, to buy, second person, the same thing. You drop your ETB, you get your verb stem, you add your ahan, future, going to. This one is the only thing that changes in module 3 is your person marker, because everything else is the same. So right now, it's means you. So you add your person marker, you add your go or equal, you add right here, it's ends with a K, so you would add eco, because it doesn't have a vowel at the end, you add a vowel. All right. You add your D, and then you add your os. Nezahanes equal os. Nezahanes equal os. Verb stem going to person marker it's. And negation, go or equal. Add your subject marker D. Add your auxiliary verb os. So you went from, let's see up here. You went from Nizida to buy to Nizahanitsky quote os. You are not going to buy. All right. I like the fact that it's getting simpler. It's getting simpler because you are understanding and you're knowing exactly what we need to do in each template. All right, so Nizida. And then let's go third person. So I'm showing you one after the other, so you can see that the only thing that changes is the person marker. So once you learn all of these steps, the only thing that changes for first, second, and third person are the person markers. All right, Nizida to buy. You drop your ETV, you get your verb stem. Niz ahan, you add your going to future tense. Niz ahan. And then you add your person marker. Remember, this right here is my place marker, placeholder. So it means nothing is in there. It's open and close parentheses. Nothing is in there, but it means she, he, it, and they. So I put the notes here. And then the next one is Nizahan equal, add your negation. I forgot to put that place marker there. I will do that later. Right here, the way you remember whether it's go or eco is in right here is not a vowel. If there's no vowel, you add a vowel. If there's a vowel, you don't add a vowel. And I have it right here. Woo-hoo. I put it right there. So if you guys forget, because years, months down the road, you may forget, it's right there. So I made sure to put that little note there, and I will go back and put the note in all the other templates and all the other places. So that's how you learn that it's whether it's go or ego. If there's a vowel, you don't add a vowel. If there's no vowel, you add the vowel. All right. Add your subject marker D. Add your auxiliary verb os. Nes ahan iko os. Nes ahan iko os. Verb stem going to your tense marker. This means she, he, it, or they. And then add your negation, go or ego. Add your subject marker D. Add your auxiliary verb os. So now out of the whole conjugation, you know what each part of this is. Verb stem, tense marker, going to, person marker, negation. You add your subject marker and os. So you went from, right, this is really cool. You went from nizida to buy to nizahane got os. Nizahane got os. Nizahane got os. She, he, they not going to buy. So it'll be, you can add, whenever you're talking, you're going to know whether you're talking about a he, she, it, or they, and singular. She, and you can put, since you know what you're going to use, that should be is. She is not going to buy. So I need to change that as well. He is not going to buy. It is not going to buy. They are not going to buy. All right. So I will, if you guys have it printed out, just mark that out, put is, because remember this auxiliary verb covers am, are, and is. You actually choose, just like you're choosing he, she, it, or they right here, you get to choose am, are, is, whatever fits the sentence. All right, so that's third person. So we went through first person, second person, and third person of nizida. And we are going to do the same thing for template. I don't want to go over the templates yet. Okay, walk it up. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Walk it up. And that's I got from module 2. So these are infinitive verbs. Like I said, we can work with all 3 infinitive verbs that we've already gone over, and any of them that you know, you should just be able to plug and play into the template. So walk it up to lie down. All right, walk it up. You take off the ETV, you get your verb stem. No L grading, you add your ahan, you add your and right here, like I said, I will add the notes, but you're going to figure out whether you do equal or go. So the way you remember how to do what to add is right there. If that's a vowel, you don't add a vowel. So is a vowel in Muskogee. So we are not going to add the E. We're just going to add the ko. So if it has a vowel, you don't add a vowel. If it doesn't have a vowel, you add a vowel. All right. Wak ahan ako. Add your subject marker. You add your os. So right now you went from wakita to lie down to wak ahan. Wak ahan akot os. Wak ahan akot os. And if you need to, you can sound it out this way. Walk right here. Ahan, go, os. If that helps you to sound it out, do it that way. You can do it this way. Walk, ahan, go, os. Or you can just go across the board right here. Verb stem going to person marker negation, ko or ego, subject marker T, am, are, is, wakahana, ko, os. I am not going to lay down, or was that, I think, yeah, I am not going to lie down. Wakahana, ko, os. All right. So I like that we're on a roll and we can figure things out now. Let's see what. So first person we did wakahana ko os. I'm not going to do something for first person. This is second person. Same thing. Walk it up to lie down. Oh, I see a little, okay, right here, that should be lie down, right here. Instead of divide. So if you've already printed it out, just put to lie down. Walk it up, add your, take away the ETV, get your verb stem, walk, han, it's, because it's is second person, it's means you. And then right here, this is determining whether we add the go or ego. So wakahan it's, and then since it is not a vowel, we add a vowel. Wakahan it's equal, add your subject marker D, add your auxiliary verb os. Wakahan it's equal os. So you went from makita to lie down to wakahan it's equal os. Verb stem going to tense marker, person marker you, negation, subject marker os. So now you know from wakita, we've got wakahan equal os. You are not going to lie down. And this right here is a complete sentence, even though it doesn't look like it. But now you get to know what each part of this means. And you don't have to rely on anybody. You can figure it out. You know the rules. All right. And third person, where's that? Like I said, it helps me to go through first, second, and third when we've already gone through first, second, and third. So you can see the difference. It's the only thing is the person marker. Wakita to lie down. Wakita. Verb stem. Ahan. Right here. This is the only thing that changes in module 3. Right here. You see that I added my placeholder. Add the person marker, which is, open and close parentheses means she, he, it, they. Walk ahan. And so in that means she, he, it, or they. You add your go or equal. So since right here, the N is not a vowel, you add equal. If it was a vowel, you don't add a vowel. Like I said, repetition, that's why I sound like a broken record. If it has a vowel, you don't add a vowel. If it doesn't have a vowel, you add a vowel. Okay. Walk ahan equal. Walk ahan equal os. Add your auxiliary verb. So walk it up to lie down. Now you know walk ahan equal os. Verb stem going to person marker, negation, subject marker, os. Walk ahan equal os. She, he, it, they are not going to lie down. She is not going to lie down. He is not going to lie down. It is not going to lie down. They are not going to lie down. All right, so remember this is covered by your auxiliary verb, which can be am, are, is. If you're going to use she is not going to lie down. He is not going to lie down. It is not going to lie down, or they are not going to lie down. All right. And that is your choice on what you want to put right here. So between ahan and equal, you see that was where the open and close parentheses would be. And that's where it is designated she, he, it, or they. And you get to choose whichever one you want, whatever you're talking about. All right. And then finally, on our infinitive verbs for module 3, I chose one of those, and I will show you a quick conjugation of that as well. And so now you get to see the expanded knowledge that we've already gotten from module 1, 2, and then this is 3. So let's go. Adotgeda. Adotgeda is to work. So you can use this. I'm not going to work. Adotgeda. To work. You drop your ETV, you get your verb stem. No L grading. You add your person marker. Oh, okay. This is first person. Woo! Going from first, second, third, back to first. Kind of threw me for a second. You add your person marker, which is I in first person. Adotkahan Remember equal, add the EKO or KO. Since this part right here is a vowel, we're not going to add a vowel. Adotkahan go. We're just going to add go. So you can see right here, and we drop down, there E is not there, so we just added the ko. Adotkahan akot, you add your T. Go down, add your auxiliary verb, adotkahan akot os. So now you went adot geta to work to adotkahan akot os. Verb stem going to person marker, negation, subject marker, os. So you dot kahana got os. So now you know what that means. It's right here. Dot kahana got os. I am not going to work. All right. So right here is the person marker because we are in first person. That's the only thing that changes in conjugating first, second, and third. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to go to second person for adotka. Anybody have any questions? Is that making sense to everybody? All right. Adotkeda, to work. The two's gone, but it means to work right here. You drop your ETV, you get your verb stem, no L grading, add your ahan, you add your itsk, and then right here after itsk, K is not a vowel, so you add EKO, and you can see it right here, EKO. Adotkahan itsk ikot, add your T, add your auxiliary verb, adotkahan itsk ikot os. Adotkahan itsk ikot os. Verb stem, you know what everything about this is. Ooh, okay, verb stem should be red. I will change that because that helps me. Like I said, the color coding helps me. Dotka, verb stem, going to tense marker, which is ahan. Itsk is you, right there. Go or equal, subject marker, os. Adotkahan itsk equal os. You are not going to work. All right, so I love this new template. I mean, I sit there and play with it because I'm like, wow, I know what conjugating means now, and I know that I can make a complete sentence by conjugating from to buy, to sleep, let's see, to lie down. I can make a whole sentence. You guys can make a whole sentence. All right, so, and third person, here we go. All right, so let's go. Adotkeda, to work. It should be to work. So if you have it printed out, just scratch that out, it means to work, not to sleep. You drop your ETV, you get your verb stem. You add ahan because we're tense marker going to, add your person marker. Remember, this is the only thing that changes in first, second, and third is the person marker. Everything else remains the same rules. Adotkahan, add your person marker, she, he, it, or they. Like I said, open and close parentheses, that's just a placeholder. It doesn't mean there's anything there, it's just placeholder. So we don't skip a step by accident. And then the next one, I added the note in here. If the ending letter is not a vowel, we add a vowel. And it'd be EKO. So right here, the N is not a vowel. So there's no vowel, it needs a vowel. So we're going to go ahead and add a vowel, EKO. Adotkahan, equal, and add your T, and then add your os. Adotkahan, equal, os. And then you see to work, and now this is a whole sentence. Dotka, verb stem, ahan, going to, person marker, placeholder right up there. Negation, eco or go, subject marker T, os, MR is. Adotkahan equal os. She, he, they, it, they are not going to work. So you can put she, and then you would put is not going to work. He is not going to work. It is not going to work. They are not going to work. All right. Like I said, you get to choose what you put in your your sentence or how you use it, because you know if you're talking about a boy, a girl, a male or female, a dog, a cat, whatever you're talking about, you know what you're talking about, and whoever you're talking to for your conversation, you're going to know what you're talking about. All right, so we've got that out of the way. I will show you. Okay, and like I said, I try to cover everything. So if you can't learn one way, I'll try to reach you another way. And if one way sticks with you better than the other, then use that and keep that going. Like I said, these are all notes from me trying to learn. And you know, if you learn the same way, then I hope this helps you. If you don't, and I caught you a different way, you know, I'm excited because this is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of tears. Every day, I quit. My husband just kind of shake his head, and I'm like, you know, he'd tell me, Raz, go sit down, take a break, and then I'd come back. And then it would eventually soak in, but it's just like overwhelming. Learning another language, and talking about learning another language, I learned this weekend, or no, last weekend, the language of my husband. He thinks I should know things without him saying things. I guess it's the husband talk. He's like, you should know. Well, I'm like, well, you didn't say anything. So I guess I learned another language today, and it didn't make sense. You know, he's just like, you should have known. Well, how am I supposed to know if you don't tell me? And we were talking about something about cars. And I was like, well, I didn't know that. And he said, well, you should know. Well, how am I supposed to know? If you don't tell me, if I never learn anything about cars, how am I supposed to know? And that's the same thing with language. If nobody tells you some of these rules or these exceptions or these variances, you'll never know. So anything that I find out that I didn't know, I try to share with everybody, because how are you going to learn if nobody's ever taught you, or if nobody's ever told you? You know, this is how we say it, but this is how so-and-so says it. And my examples are, you know, Iva, which is dog. I learned Iva, and I think that may be the Seminole way to speak Muskogee, but I'm not sure. And other people learned Ifa. It's spelled the same way. It's just the long E or short E. I learned Owa, and other people have learned Wewa. It's not wrong, it's just different dialects. But like I said, if you didn't know that Iva could be Iva or Ifa, depending on where you're at, you know, you didn't know. Nobody taught you. But like I said, anything that I learn, I try to share with you guys, because this is a cool journey that we're on. And you know, it's not a race. We're all trying to get to the same place. It's a marathon. You know, if I find something to help you guys out, then I'll share it with you. If you guys find something out or have something cool and interesting to share, unchat and share, because I always like to hear you guys' stories, because it's not my story. And some of these things, I wish I had more stories with my elders, but I was young when they passed away, so I don't have all these cool stories that some of you guys have. Like I said, if you guys have stories or anything you want to share, just, you know, either put it in chat or unmute. We'll stop and we'll listen to it, because that's part of our culture, is to share our stories and share whatever you learned. All right, like I said, I'd like to show it in different ways. Walk it up is walk ahan akos. So now you know what each part means. Lie down, going to, I, not, am, are, is. Translation, you see right here that this is the Muskogee word from to lie down, and its Muskogee word is wakahana dos. I'm not going to lie down, but we just conjugated wakita to wakahana dos. Lie down, going to, I not am. I am not going to lie down. All right. And like I said, I like to show everybody changed ways of doing the same thing. If I can catch you in one way and it makes sense, do it that way. And like I said, I like to show color. I really like color. Okay, oh, same thing. Right here. Wakahan, it's equal os. Lie down, going to, you not, am, are, is. Right here, that's the only part that changes is the person marker, it's. While ago it was a, now it's. Wakahan, it's equal os. Lie down, going to, I not am. I am not going to lie down. Right? And I can hear my my little grandchild saying stuff like this, but I'm not gonna say I lied to her because it's not a lie, but when we try to go down and take a nap, because she's young, we'll go walking down. I'm like, come on, baby, let's go lay down. She doesn't like naps. I know a lot of you guys know children, they don't like naps, even though they're sitting there yawning and crying and whatever. She doesn't like naps. So when we're walking down the way, she'll be throwing a temper tantrum, and I was like, come on, baby, grandma's tired. Grandma's old. Grandma needs a nap. Come lay down with grandma. Grandma's just so tired. And I'll look at her, she's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna help grandma out. So she'll just start walking down the way. And I lay down, she lays down, and I'll sing to her. We'll sing Muskogee. She'll sing because she's you know, kids are like a sponge. So she'll sit there and sing. We sing Baby Noja, and then sometimes we sing Hallelujah and Muskogee. And then I'll just start singing little songs to her, using her name, how grandma loves her baby, how grandpa loves. And it's just a cute little thing, but it's like I said, I'm not tricking her because I do take a nap with her. But she's like, oh, I don't want to go lay down. She'll start flopping around like a fish. Pick her up. Come on, grandma's old. Grandma's tired. As long as she's helping grandma, she's fine with going to lay down. So that's a little thing that we kind of, I guess, reverse psychology, maybe. No, not that wouldn't be reverse. It was just a different way of seeing the same thing. We're both tired. So I don't use her as you need to go lay down. I'm like, grandma needs to go lay down. Grandma's tired. Help grandma. Help grandma. Okay, I can help grandma. So that's a cool way that I've learned to help get my grandchild to go lay down with me. And we do take a nap for about an hour or two. All right, because she's really, kids are energetic. All right, walk it up, which is to lie down. Walk ahan. Like I said, there's the person marker, and you see what it means. She, he, it, they, equal os. And like I said, this is the only thing that changes in module 3. You got your whole rules, so that's the only thing that changes. And it changes the whole sentence. You know, it changes who you're talking about in the sentence. So lie down, going to, she, he, it, they, not, are, am, are, is. Wakahanekot os. Wakahanekot os. Lie down, going to, she, he, it, they, not, are. She, he, it, they are not going to lie down. And when you're writing your sentence or when you're talking, you can choose she is not going to lie down. He is not going to lie down. It is not going to lie down. They are not going to lie down. So it's up to you, you know, whatever you want to put in there, whoever you're talking about, whatever you're talking about. All right, so that is cool that we have gone from one infinitive verb. Like I said, we had nezada, to buy. We had wakida, to lie down, and adotkida. Let's see if I can find that one. That one is to work. I don't think I translated. No, I didn't get a chance to translate that one. I was in there. I was trying to get everything done. Like I said, we're constantly moving and doing things. So to do all of this stuff is time consuming, but it's fun. I'm not going to say it's not fun. So it's fun. I also put on here our Google Drive. Some of the interesting links. You've got right up here the Muskogee Hymnal online is the PDF. So that link will take you there. You got your language classes from multimedia, from the media program, Muskogee Media. They had, I think, I don't even remember what year it is, but it was Mvhayv Barnett, and I think it was 12 classes that they had, 12. Maybe 12 weeks, I'm not sure, but that's out there. I thought that was cool because I sit there and listen and I still learn. I still repeat and listen to some of the old teachings that Mvhayv Barnett, Mvhayv Carolyn, Mvhayv Gracine, and Mvhayv Stephen, and Mvhayv Philip have had out there, and even Mvhayv Boskova. They've got some cool, interesting things that I didn't know, and each one of them brought to the table a little portion of the puzzle to help me put this together. And if I find something in some of these, I share it with you guys. But like I said, these are the language classes out there. There's a Muskogee language on YouTube, and then our Google Drive. All right. So that is on our Google Drive, so you guys can utilize that anytime. See, make sure I got everything. Okay. Went over all of that. Okay, so now we will just briefly go over the template. Like you've seen, I had plug and play right here. I just need to take that out of your template because not everything means to sleep or take a nap. So go ahead and I will take that out after class. So you have a fresh, clean template. So you'll put your infinitive verb here, what it means, your infinitive verb, which ends in ETV. It'll show you, you drop your ETV, you get your verb stem, you add your ahan going to, and this is first person, you add your person marker right there, go or ego. I will add the note there on how to remember whether to add the EKO or the ko. Add your D, the subject marker, add your os, auxiliary verb, and then you just plug and play. Like I said, you've got your verb stem from up here, verb stem. You put it all the way down and it ends up right there, verb stem. You got your going to, person marker negation ko or ego, subject marker D, is your auxiliary verb os, and then whatever your verb stem is, ahana ko os. You are not going to, or this one should be I. I am not going to, whatever you guys chose to conjugate. All right, second person, same thing. I will fix that. You add your infinitive verb, means to do something. You go down the steps, you find your verb stem. From your verb stem, you constantly drop your verb stem, drop everything down, add everything. It's the second person. That's the only thing that's going to change. It's because we're talking about second person, because this is the second person template. All right. And then you add your ko or ego, add your subject verb, os, verb stem right here, ahan, it's equal os, or ahan, it's called os. Depends on whether you have the E or not. You know which each thing means. Add your verb stem right here, ahan, it's equal os, or right here, I guess I should put that in parentheses. Depending on what, if it's go or ego, ahan, it's equal os. You are not going to whatever you're conjugating. And the third person, yay! All right, third person, same thing. I will remove that. Add your infinitive verb, what it means. Right here, just drop down. Verbs, find your verb stem, add your ahan. Remember, that's the only thing that changes right here is the person marker. And since we're not using he, she, it, or they, because there's no designation for that, it's just open and close parentheses. If the ending letter is not a vowel, we add a vowel. That's how you remember EKO or KO. Cool. Add your D, os, verb stem, ahan. Remember the placeholder, there's nothing there. Eco or ko, os. Verb stem going to person marker. Negation, subject marker, is. Remember, verb stem, ahan, equal, or ahan, ko, os. He, she, he, it, they are not going to whatever you're trying to conjugate. You can put right here, is right there. Whatever you need to do. She is not going to, he is not going to, it is not going to, they are not going to. All right, that was pretty fast. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any comments? All right, so one last thing. here are my phrases. We are trying to think about if we're going to have a meal or if we're going to have a get together. Usually you have a meal, you have a get together, you have food, cool food. So we just have these phrases that we're going to try to use for the in-person class on the 6th week, the very last class. We are getting together to have a meal, and we're going to try to cover these phrases. Nok jumpa jiaja. Do you want dessert? Hadam jiaja. Do you want more? Wiwa jiaja. Do you want water? Or owa jiaja. Do you want water? Nagin iskira jiaja. What do you want to drink? Let's see. Nak iskira ojija. Do you have something to drink? Asi kithka no joma. What time is it? And then estimain chuguji oji toa. Where's the bathroom? Chuguji ayes. I am going to the bathroom. Iskira jiajak. I want a drink. Muskogee kithira yichidos. It is hard to learn Muskogee. It is hard to learn anything, but the more you try, the more you practice, the easier it'll get. Let me play this.
Nak jamba jiaja. Hadam jiaja. Number 3. Uwa jiaja or wiwa jiaja. 4. Nagin iskida jiaja. What do you want to drink? 5. Nak iskida ojicha. 6. Hasiskithka najoma. 7. Istaman chuguji ojidowa. 8. Chuguji ayes. 9. Iskida chayach. 10. Muskogee githida yikchidos.
All right. Woo-hoo, I can hear that too. So it's exciting when technology actually works. It's fun to have, but when it doesn't work, it's a pain in the neck. All right. Does anybody have any questions? It looks like everything I have for you guys today. And like I said, just practice listening. That's why I have these speakers on here, is so you can hear how they sound. We are all trying to get to speaking like them, more of a first speaker than canned soup. You want to get past canned soup. You want to get to the meat of the language. And some of you guys have seen Dune, the movie Dune. We were watching that last night, and my husband loves that movie. I like the newer version. I don't like the older version. But anyway, when they speak, I don't even remember what it's called, but they speak the language. And in the language, if he says certain words, there's power in the language. And I was like, oh my gosh, to me, that's kind of the Muskogee words are the power. Might not be enough to, tear down a building or make something explode, but that's another visual when I think of Muskogee, is how he can say, or how they can say a word, and it's just like, whoo, strength and power. Anyway, all right. I just wanted to share that with you. It's just some little things that connect me with Muskogee way of thinking, and even our pronunciation. If anybody has any questions, let me know. All right. Otherwise, I'm going to say, Hadam Chihichakah, please. I will see everyone later. Hadam Chihichakah, please, is one person. Hadam Chihichakah, please, is everyone. So these are some of the things that I'm learning, and I'm also sharing with you guys. They are also getting ready to come out on Word of the Day, so people will know, because in one of my classes, one of my instructors would say, Hadam Chihichakah, please. And so that's what I thought it was, and until somebody gently corrected me and said, for the whole class, it's Chihichakah, please. All right, Mado. I will see you guys on Wednesday. If you guys have any questions or any comments, feel free to email me, call me, or you just put it on chat next time.
Bache, Mahaya.
Bache, you guys have a good day.